9 is not impossible.
But only the top 2% of students get grade 9, so you have to work hard. But even if you're not aiming for grade 9, revising will still boost your grades and really help you either way.
I can teach you how to do it, how to revise. Follow this, whether I thought about it or not. I have 3 steps. Step 1 is the learning step. This is the first and longest stage of everything. Anyone can do this, even if you're really stupid, or you feel like you're really stupid. You probably actually aren't. If you learn all the content, you're pretty much guaranteed to pass grade 4. But obviously you want to do this in the smart way, not the dumb way. So I recommend going to Caboodle if your school has it, or if not, just get your textbook out. And for each topic, I want you to make either an A3 mind map, such as this one here, for my C10 organic chemistry, or I want you to make a set of flashcards. But if you do have Caboodle, go to the resources, because this is the important bit, and type in self-assessment checklist. This is basically a big list of everything you need to know, and while you make your mind map, you're revising, or if you make your flashcards, you're revising, and then you can use the flashcards. I personally prefer mind maps because it gives me everything I need to learn about a topic on one page. If you do the AQA exam board like I did, you might have the Oxford textbooks. Split each GCSE nicely into about 16 to 18 topics. This is based on chemistry, by the way. All the examples I'll be using here are chemistry. And then for each topic, you want to have a mind map or a set of flashcards. You want to make sure at this point that you get everything down. Because if you have a piece of missing knowledge later, you're not going to be able to go back and find it as easily. So step 2 is the revisiting and the early application of this knowledge. This is a bit of a higher level strategy, but practice questions. If you had a good teacher, I'm sure they would have told you about this. I like to do practice questions in the run-up to topic tests, but also as the kind of middle stage of revision before my exams. For chemistry, for example, I like to take the questions out of the textbook, do them, and get my teacher to mark them. But if you have any other sort of textbook, for example, the CGP ones I always find the best, you can go to the end of topic section, answer all the questions, and there should be some answers in the back. Doing about 30 questions per the Oxford textbook summary and practice questions is a good idea. But if you have a shorter practice questions list, like the one in that textbook, you can always just do all of them. No revision is too much revision. Make sure to not skip any tricky looking questions, because these are the most important ones to do. For each topic, I like to find my percentage of marks. And I aim to get at least 80% on each topic by the end of this stage. This also allows you to see which topics in general you're doing worse at, so you can go back through those again. Step 3, past papers and the endgame. This is probably the most important part of refining your skills. It is the last bit before you take your exam. What I want you to do for this stage is to sit yourself down at your desk. No distractions, no devices, just you, a clock, and your paper. You can get one offline if you type in your exam board and your exam course. You can go find ones from the previous years. I wouldn't recommend doing the last year's one because that's probably one your school's going to use. Unless you want to cheat, in which case it's probably the one your school's going to use. And you can also usually download the mark schemes with this one, unless it was the one that's just been, in which case the mark schemes and the papers will still be locked. Because the government changed our GCSE syllabus in 2015, you should probably do the practice papers from 2015 onwards, as this will make the most sense from the stuff you've been revising. I want you to do the practice paper, then mark it, and then check the mark on the paper with that year's grade boundaries. You can also search this up online. As a rule of thumb, I usually do one practice paper per mock, or if you're revising for your actual GCSEs, you should be revising about 2 months before, but I want you to try and do 2 practice papers in that time. Remember, no one ever said it was going to be easy getting 9s, but if you work hard, you can do it, I believe in you. So in terms of a bit more in-depth timescale, I usually revise about 10 hours for each subject for each mock. I usually take about 6 to 8 weeks to do this revision across all subjects. So for each mock, I do about 100 hours of revision. And revision really does make a difference. If you just revise the night before, you could get, say, a 5 or a 6. If you revise 2 weeks in advance, you'll easily get a 6. And if you do what I did, do 100 hours of revision for each mock, you will get all 7, 8s and 9s. It's all in the work. If you don't feel like doing that much work, that's fine. But for each mock exam, I would recommend 2 weeks revision, minimum. And if you're leading up to your GCSEs, please do 2 months. Please, for me, okay? Also, from that, you'll find the exams a lot less stressful and you'll do a lot better. And you won't be sitting there in the middle of a silent room thinking, what on earth is this person trying to ask me? Because that is the worst feeling in the world. And I do not want you to have that. I will be posting some more at some point with more tips. And I will also be going through the entire chemistry specification, the QA, and guiding you through how to revise for that. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment your questions down below. Thank you very much. I will see you later. Goodbye.